Back in the good old days, money was stable. For thousands of years, money was gold or silver, which was scarce, so people knew it had value. Of course, there was always sneaky inflation where the king would shave a bit of the edges off a coin without anyone knowing. But mainly, money was sound. Eventually, government started issuing paper money, but it was still pegged to gold or silver, so people trusted it. Fast forward to the 1930s, when the world was figuring out how to dig out of the Great Depression. Unemployment was at an all-time high, and people everywhere were suffering. Enter John Maynard Keynes, a Cambridge professor of economics. He argued that governments could spend their way out of a depression by printing money. And boy, did governments like that. Fast forward to 1971. Nixon needed more money to continue the war in Vietnam, so he came up with the idea, take the dollar off the gold standard so he could print more dollars. And with that, he got his war, and it left not only the carnage that comes with war, but also threw the world economy into a massive inflation cycle. You see, every time the government creates more currency and puts it into circulation, it decreases the value of the pre-existing currency. By diluting the currency, the government is also stealing our time, energy, and talent, which was used to create the money in the first place. Since we have to work more hours for these diluted dollars, it takes us much longer to achieve financial stability and purchase the goods and services that we require for survival. And each US president after Nixon followed suit. Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, then Bush again, Obama, Trump, and now Biden, who has taken it to a whole new level. And that is just in the US. Central banks all around the world have adopted the philosophy of creating currency without work, energy, or talent behind it. Look at Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Lebanon, Turkey, Argentina, Sudan, Syria, Iran, Ethiopia, and others. Their citizens are living with hyperinflation, all because governments didn't have the discipline to limit their money supplies. How does it end? Well, we don't have a crystal ball, but it's possible that people will naturally default into a stable monetary system like we did 3,000 years ago when gold was adopted. This new monetary system could potentially be based on the digital version of gold. The world calls this Bitcoin.